Hello, good morning. Welcome to Better Life. I'm Dr. Ayo Akinshete. Today, I want to talk to you from Matthew 25 from verse 14. Matthew 25, I read from verse 14. Jesus speaking here said, "For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servant and delivered unto them his goods, and unto one he gave 5 talents, unto another 2 talents, and unto another 1 talent, to every man according to his several ability. And straightway he took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained 2 other. But he that received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. And after a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, you delivered unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, you good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with over a few, and I will make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of your God, of your Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, you gave me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 others beside them. And the Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of your Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I know you that you are a hard man, reaping where you did not sow, and gathering where you did not straw. And I was afraid and went and hid your talent in the earth. Lo, here is what is yours. His Lord said unto him, You are wicked and slothful. You know I reap where I did not sow, and I gather where I did not straw. You should have given my money to the exchangers, the bankers, and at my coming I should have received it with interest. Take therefore the talent from him, and give unto him which has 10 talents. For unto every one that has shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that had not shall be taken even that which he had. And cast the unprofitable servant into outer darkness, where there shall be gnashing of teeth and weeping. Glory to God. Today I want to start a series titled Hyper Productivity. Hyper Productivity. That is super productivity. Super productivity. The story we have just read is a story of productivity. Somebody collected 5 talents and then he received 5 talents, and he was able from 5 talents to produce 5 more talents. Somebody received 2 talents, and from the 2 he was able to produce 2 more talents. That is hyper productivity. That is 100% increase. Call that multiplication. Receive 5, turn into 10, receive 2, turn into 4. That's hyper productivity. And that's why I picked that title, Hyper Productivity. But please understand from the beginning of this series that we are taking, that talent is not gift. Talent is money. Talent is like dollar. Talent is like pounds. Talent is like euro. Talent is like naira. Talent is a measure of measurement of value, just like dollar. For example, when I went on research, I discovered that what they call talent is 33 grams, and 1 gram of it is about $38. 33 grams. That thing they used to weigh and they call 1 talent is about 33 kg, and 1 gram of it, from what we were told, is about $38. 1,000 grams makes 1 kilogram, and 33 grams makes 1 talent. Now, from research and all of the things we have been told, go to Wikipedia, find out. 1 talent is about $1.4 million. 1 talent is about $1.4 million. So I want you to understand this, that Jesus was not giving parables here only about gift. He was giving parable about gift, about abilities, about potentials, and about money. Because after all is said and done, the gift, the abilities, the potentials are supposed to create value that will turn to money. The essence of all of the parable is productivity. Your abilities are supposed to be converted to productive use, and then they will bring money. Your gifts are supposed to be used productively, and then they bring money. Your abilities are supposed to be used productively, and then they bring money. So all of these is designed for productivity. Your abilities, your gifts, your potentials. The three means the same thing basically. But we use those three names so that there are names that fit certain abilities. Some, if you call them gifts, it fits them more. Some, you call them abilities, it fits them more. Some, you call them potentials, it fits them more. So let's use the three. But you see, the aim of the three is productivity. You are supposed to use these three to produce value that will turn to money. Now, when you maximize them productively, you will create wealth. But listen carefully. The beginning of the parable Jesus told here is relationship. Relationship. So let's start from there. Hyper productivity, super productivity, maximized productivity begins with relationships. If you downplay relationships, you will never be able to maximize your life. You will never be able to maximize your abilities. You will never be able to maximize your potentials. Maximizing yourself, maximizing your abilities, maximizing your gift, maximizing your very destiny begins with relationships. Relationships. The first thing every man, every woman born into the earth comes into is relationship. You are born to a daddy and a mommy. You may not have siblings, but you have daddy and mommy. Yeah. And for some, they were born, they have siblings. Relationship. The beginning of the journey of life is relationship. When God created Adam, he created him for relationship. When God brought his wife, he brought Eve to Adam for relationship. When Jesus chose 12 disciples, he chose them for relationship. The Bible said, and Jesus prayed all night, and he came out the next day, and he selected 12 men that they might be with him, and that he may send them out. That they might be with him first, and then that he may send them out. The parable I have just read to you, the beginning of that parable is relationship. Relationship. A master had employees. I want you to master something here. Anywhere you see servant in the scriptures, it's not all the time they are slaves. The Bible used the word servant for employee. So here there was a boss and there were employees. Boss, employees. Boss, employees. When the boss was traveling, he gave them franchise. Franchise. Imagine a man selling spare parts who wanted to travel. And because he was going to travel, he opened 3 new spare part shops. And he put his the 3 guys working with him, he put them in 3 different shops and told them, occupy till I come. Take charge. Do business. Invade the marketplace till I come. Now he has been watching all of them while he was with them. So he put them in shops and put in the shop goods he knew they would be able to manage. Now, he didn't do that to every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the road. He didn't go to other masters to collect their servants. No, he did that to his own servant. Relationships. Let me tell you sincerely, what will transform your life tomorrow are your present relationships. And what will ruin your life tomorrow are your present relationships. If you are going to maximize productivity, maximize your life, maximize your potentials, it is based principally, primarily on relationships. Let me ask you a question. How good are you at maintaining relationships? Of course, I know there are unions you need to cut off. Yeah. Any relationship that will not contribute to your productivity, any relationship that will not encourage advancement in your life, any relationship that is not good, please cut it off. These 3 gentlemen had a union with their master. Yeah. Sound union. And then one of them had an issue with the master. And ultimately, it showed. No relationship, no business. That's a fact. Business is buying and selling. There is a buyer, there is a seller. So there is a relationship. Or a buyer, or many buyers and one seller. There is a relationship. It is relationship that drive business. The more your relationship, the more your productivity possibilities. The more your relationship, the more your productivity possibilities. More client means more business. More business means more money. The prodigal son started out from the inheritance his father gave to him. You see that? The father gave the son inheritance. That is still relationship. Still relationship. And then he went out and met people, riotous people, and then they joined him to squander his money. It is still relationship. I wish the prodigal son met people like his father. I wish he met sons that were trained to be chaste. His money would have multiplied. Would have multiplied. Would have multiplied. A young, brilliant graduate from Africa, one of the countries in Africa, was a driver at an airport in America. He picked up a military man the military man came from his country. He took the man to his destination on this fateful day. They got talking. The military man noticed he was intelligent. And then, being a native of his country, he just liked him. So, anytime the military man came to America, they would chat, he would chat him up, and then he would come and pick him. He became his standby driver in America anytime he flew into America. So, soon, 7 years down the line, their friendship had grown, even though they don't see more than once or twice in a year. But 7 years down the line, the military man became the president of their country. He remembered his friend in America, the intelligent graduate who was driving a cab in America. He called him and then asked him how he could add to his cabinet. The young man told him he could be a consultant in this area, in that area. He became a consultant. In the 5-6 years the military man was there, he became a multi-billionaire, not by stealing money, from consultancy. When the military man left the throne, this man had become a force in that nation. And ultimately, he was able to build multinationals. Now, from a cab driver to becoming a national figure. Now, he's no longer a national figure. He has become an international figure. He has built businesses that are global. Where did he start? Relationship. If you play down on relationship, you are playing down on productivity. If you play down on relationships, you are playing down on productivity. If you lack relationships, you will not be very productive. Talk much of hyper productivity. Everything hinges on relationships. Anything you desire will only cost one or more relationships. A wise man said it right. He said, your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth. Even if you can produce alone, you will need people to buy your product. No matter how great an expert you are in the service you render, you will need people to patronize you. Losing relationships is losing productivity. This message is important because some people care less about relationship. They will tell you, I don't need anybody. I don't bloody care about anybody. I can assure you, you are ruining your future. You are destroying your talent. That's your money. Because your money lacks power if you don't have relationships. Your abilities lacks power if you don't have relationships. It is relationship that make money multiply. Money alone cannot multiply. Learn this and have peace. The ability to relate and keep relationships is the beginning of productivity. The man with one talent had issues with the boss. That was why he couldn't use his own money. He had quanta in his heart against the boss. Look, bitterness will ruin your relationships and ultimately ruin your productivity. It will. It will. The moment you have issues with key people in your life, it will affect your productivity. Your future, your success, your productivity are all tied to relationships. Maintain them well. If you treat people well, you will get the dividends sooner or later. Whether your subordinate, your contemporaries, or your superiors, treat everyone well. And know that in the future, believe me, it will affect your productivity directly. I'm going to stop here today and then we'll pick it up from there tomorrow. I love you. See you again.